To recap, the NOR gate is a combination of the OR gate and the NOT gate. It has two inputs, as with all logical gates, and one single output. To be clear, when the input to an OR gate is 0 and 1, the output of the OR gate is 1. When the input to a NOT gate is 1, the output is 0. In other words, the NOT gate inverses the input. Now to create a schematic diagram. Here is our normal OR gate. We shall remove the LED, as this is only used to give us some indication of the condition of the gate, but the output connection remains the same. Here is our NOT gate, which inverts the output signal of the OR gate. As before in our NAND gate, we can remove the extra transistor and connect our indicator LED directly to the output of the OR gate. Let's check on the operation of this gate. First we connect the battery, and current flows through R1 to SW1, which is switched off. It also travels through R2 to SW2, which is also switched off. Then to the collector of TR2 and TR1. Through R3, since both these transistors are off, current flows through the LED and a complete circuit is made and the LED turns on. Therefore, when the input is 0 and 0, the output is 1. Resetting the circuit and closing SW1. Current now flows through R1 and SW1, turning TR1 on. It continues through R2 to SW2, which is still off. It continues through R3 and to the collector of TR1. But because TR1 is on and conductive, it causes a voltage drop across the LED, which then fails to light. So when the input is 1 and 0, the output is 0. This time SW2 is closed and current flows through R1 to SW1, which is open. It continues through SW2 and TR2 is switched on. The current then flows through R3 to the collector of TR2. Since TR2 is on, a voltage drop appears across the LED, which fails to light. So when the input is 0 and 1, the output is 0. Finally, when both switches are closed, current runs through R1 to SW1, turning TR1 on. It also travels through R2 and SW2 and turns on TR2. Now current flows through R3 to the collector of both transistors, causing a voltage drop across the LED, which fails to light. So when the input is 1 and 1, the output is 0.